What's going on, y'all? Fabian back with a video, man. We got breaking news. Multiple officers. Breaking news from about a couple hours ago, man, from Charlotte, man. Multiple officers killed while serving warrant in North Carolina. At least 3 law enforcement officers were killed Monday in a shooting in North Carolina while executing a fugitive warrant. Chief investigator reporter Nick Oshner of CBS reports, man. So, man, sad news. It's sad, bro. The bottom line, the media, the news, all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? They initially focus on a lot of these narratives. I'm just going to start with this, man. I think news is important for just general coverage, but at the same time, man, a specific form of news being delivered to the masses should be taken into accountability. Now, should we only deliver all the happy, sweet, flowery, make you feel good type of news? Nah. But it seems like the news tends to focus on a lot of the downsides to a lot of things, man. But then again, it's a true reflection of what's going on in the world and in the country, man. It's a lot of BS, man. This is sad. RIP to the officers, condolences to their families. But like I said, I'm kind of split between the two from a moral perspective. Just always delivering, heartbreaking news or breaking news that's just sad, or the perspective of delivering this news because, things need to be covered. Obviously, I don't know the details of the actual incident. But like for instance, if somebody's on the run, right, you give coverage so that people are aware, people can notify the authorities and things of that sort. But let's just go ahead and hop into this video. Comment down below if you have any feedback based on what I just said, man. It's just the news nowadays, man, it'd be sad. But then again, I just want to take time to prayers out to the families. Prayers out to the world, man. Prayers out to everybody out there struggling. Maybe those who have lost people in a similar incident, man. We live in definitely a messed up world, bro. Point blank period. A broken world. And the best we could do is support each other, have love for each other. And I pray each and every single one of y'all are touched by the goodness, grace, and mercy of our Lord Jesus Christ, man. So let's get into this video and kind of see what these news outlets have to say about this, man.
Good evening, I'm Nora O'Donnell, and thank you for being with us. We're going to begin with that breaking news, a deadly attack on federal and local law enforcement officers in Charlotte, North Carolina. As we come on the air, the FBI is now among multiple law enforcement agencies at the scene of a suburban home where 3 members of a U.S. Marshal task force were killed and 5 others injured while executing a fugitive warrant. We are just learning that arrest warrant was for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and 2 occupants of that house are now being questioned. There were reports that as many as 100 shots rang out in the neighborhood.
Damn!
This is the latest ambush attack on law enforcement officers following a similar incident last night in Kenner, Louisiana, where 3 officers were shot and survived.
Whoa, now we're saying it's an ambush. That's wild. If you're trying to serve a warrant, how could, the opposition be that calculated to know that, the feds were on the way or the police were on the way to apprehend this suspect? Just the word suspect is very just the word ambush is very sinister, right? It seems like they were just rolling up to serve, but they got ambushed.
Chief investigative reporter Nick Oshner of our CBS affiliate WBTV will lead us off tonight from Charlotte.
Shots fired at officer, possibly 1 down. Subjects, correction, 2 down. Subjects barricaded himself.
Just before 2 p.m., a U.S. Marshal's task force was attempting to serve a warrant in Charlotte, North Carolina, when at least 1 suspect inside the house opened fire.
Tragically, there were 3 members of the U.S. Marshal's task force who were pronounced deceased, and there were 4 CMPD officers who were shot, 1 being in critical condition, who is now in the hospital fighting for his life.
Officers, including SWAT teams, quickly responded and shut down the neighborhood, including nearby schools.
We were driving by, we heard about over 100 gunshots. It sounded like World War III.
Neighbor Tyler Wilson said the shootout lasted for 30 minutes.
There was shots ringing left and right. We had SWAT and U.S. Marshals set up snipers in our bedrooms. There was an officer got drugged by his arms to our house.
Police say 1 suspect has been killed, and they are questioning 2 other people found inside the house.
Today we lost some heroes that are out to just simply trying to keep our community safe.
Today's shooting is the deadliest day for law enforcement since July 2016, when 5 Dallas police officers were shot and killed during a protest against police.
I remember this.
Excluding today, 10 U.S. Marshals have been killed in the line of duty in the last 5 years. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper is en route to Charlotte as we speak. Nora?
Nick Oxner, thank you.
13-time.
Crazy, man. That's crazy. So it doesn't sound like it was
Grammy,
super
Golden Globe, and Academy
over-calculated, right? What they did was they probably seen the feds roll up to the crib or the police roll up to the crib, peeped out the blinds, and just got ready for war. You know what I mean? And it's just sad news, man. And if 2016 is it's crazy that they said 2016 is the last time something along the same lines occurred or happened. You know what I mean? Because we hear crazy stories like this every day. If it's not just like officers being wounded and killed, it's like crazy stuff happening at school shooters, effectively. Man, police got definitely got a scary job. You know, salute to all the officers out there. You know, with all the hecticness going on in the country, a lot of people say, you know, this and that about the police, and there's definitely a lot of corrupt police officers. But my point in saying all that is, man, you still got to salute those who protect and serve, man. Just generally speaking, the duty is to help us as, you know, civilians or just folks living in this country. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to sit here and try to knock law enforcement. There's just a certain narrative that's painted today that you can't depend on police. But then, you know, a lot of folks, when you're in danger, you calling on the police. You know what I'm saying? And then there's situations to where, like this, to where things turn tragic with them just trying to serve papers, or, you know, pretty much pick up dude off of somebody off of an arrest warrant. And additionally, I'll add that a lot of folks, it's crazy because I just did a video like this, and it was about a drug dealer, not like this specifically, but there was an encounter with a drug dealer who didn't really want to go back to prison, and he ran. Now, of course, things didn't turn fatal, but there's a lot of folks who've done time, been behind the wall. So when it comes to situations to where maybe they got outstanding warrants and police are coming to get them to be sent back, they don't want to go back. It's like they've lived in hell, they've experienced that hell, and I'm not going to go back to it. You know what I mean? I'd rather die. So that's where you have incidents like this where people are willing to shoot it out before just, you know, cooperating. So
tonight with this breaking news from Charlotte, North Carolina, at least 8 officers shot. 3 members of a U.S. Marshals task force have been killed, all while serving a warrant in a suburban neighborhood. The officers coming under fire from inside the home. A suspect barricading himself inside. A massive law enforcement response you see right there, including a SWAT team and armored vehicles. A tense standoff lasting nearly 4 hours. Police telling neighbors to shelter in place. Schools on lockdown. A police sniper in a bedroom of a neighboring home. Roads from the scene to the hospital were actually shut down so that the ambulances could get through with the officers. ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas
leading us off with late reporting tonight.
It's the whole
in your home.
force coming.
Tonight, multiple officers shot and killed near Charlotte, North Carolina, after a gunman they were trying to arrest opens fire.
You just said 4 cops got shot. Yeah, they did. Oh my God.
Shots fired at officer, possibly 1 down. Correction, 2 down. Subjects barricaded himself.
Helicopters surveilling. Schools put on lockdown.
We were at the track and we could hear a lot of gunshots.
SWAT teams storming the area. Armed police, guns drawn, descending on the scene. Neighbors describing the mayhem as police took over their house.
They used one of our bedrooms to set up a U.S. Marshal sniper in just to get a point.
The violent exchange.
Imagine people knock on your door. Hey, you know what? We got to use this home. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Community forcing local stations to break into normally scheduled programming.
All hands on deck on this incredibly sad day.
The attack was unusually violent. 8 officers shot, 3 of them killed, among them a deputy U.S. Marshal. ABC News has learned the man they were attempting to arrest was allegedly wanted on multiple charges.
3 people lost their lives today. Keep your prayers, keep your faith.
make sure that these officers who have families have people to reach out and hold them up.
David, tonight the U.S. Marshal.
That's sad, man. It's sad, man. This is the reality of the world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes things are out of your control, but what you can control beyond your P's and Q's. Be smart, be efficient, especially if you got families to protect, man. So comment down below. If you're in Charlotte, man, prayers out, you know, specifically to the families, those who lost loved ones. But, you know, prayers out to everybody in that area who was affected by this whole situation, man. You just kind of got to move with the mentality in this modern day that things ain't sweet. Things aren't going to go how you expected them to. Things are pretty much left nowadays. So expect the unexpected. Hope for the best, expect the worst type stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah, once again, man, comment down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts. We'll catch you on the next video. God bless, man. We out.